Hello and welcome to you wherever you are watching on from around the world for this fourth place playoff game. Fiji taking on South Africa. It's 2v1 and they both end up in this game after going down to New Zealand and Australia respectively. In the last hit out against one another, it was the Blitzbokker South Africa closing it out, shutting it down completely against Fiji. I'm Sean Maloney and very, very happy to be joined in commentary by former Tongan international and legend of Sevens commentary also, Willie Losse.
Yes, and if you look at that team, I know that many in South Africa watching through Supersport will be asking, where is Smith? Well, Quacker Smith has been suspended for the high tackle in the match prior to this, where they took on Australia in the semi-final. His high tackle on Spates has meant that he will not take part in this game.
There is a number of Fijian fans there. We just want to give you another look at them. They have flooded the SFS. So just listen to the shout out they'll give their team. The Fijians opened the Sydney Sevens with the game against Samoa, and Willie, they were queuing up hours before kickoff to get in here and get a look at their heroes.
Well, it's the national sport in Fiji. They're hoping that they may win their first Olympic medal. They've been in the Olympics since 1950, since the 50s, and they haven't won one single medal. And there is their road to this particular match. Wins against Samoa, France, and Argentina on day one. Kenya, the loss to New Zealand. And South Africa, Sean, have been terrific up to the match that they lost against Australia.
South Africa, a team who mix brutal defence and work at the breakdown with just the raw power of the likes of Sanatla and Colby. Mike Adamson, our referee. And then if you look to the men in the white jerseys, Fiji, threats just all through their squad. Speckman sends it high. We are off and running in the late sunshine in Sydney. Fiji v South Africa, and Rawatha, one of the best players getting around the circuit at the present time, has freed the pass there nicely to Jerry Tuai, but he loses the handle. But danger signs early on for the South Africans.
And great defence from Hoggard as well. You mentioned the threats that Fiji offer here. Look at Hoggard coming at him. Jerry Tuai dislodging the ball. And there are some speedsters on show here. Fiji with Rawatha and Ravovo. And of course, De Jong and Speckman as Neil Powell looks on.
Yes, the boss of the Blitzbokker. Finalists last week in Wellington, where they went down after the hooter to New Zealand. As P.O. Tuai just letting referee Mike Adamson know that he's all good up front there at scrum time, and that will be a penalty against Fiji. A little push in the back from Jerry Tuai.
Sixth game in 2 days, 12th game in 2 weeks. So the bodies will be aching. Obviously the loss of a couple of their key players for South Africa yesterday, Snyman and also Quacker Smith, that was injured. But there you saw the push from Tuai. That's why they've gone to a set piece here. Normally they would go tap and go, but on this occasion they're just playing percentages.
Hoggard finds dry, and piggyback penalties up the park from the Fijians, gifting the Blitzbokker a chance to launch their first raid. Speckman will be the one who kicks to touch.
Well, they're yet to pass the ball to a teammate. Sean Maloney, the South Africans, they have not passed the ball in the opening couple of minutes of this game, which is very, very unusual.
After 2 minutes and 20 seconds of action, perhaps this is a moment where Hoggard can find his target and loop around it. Okay, Ravovo instead it is. Kunatani gets away, a silky little pass there to the Tonibao. Absorbed so much time with ball in hand against New Zealand. Unfortunately for the Fijians, they couldn't break the stout Fijian defence, and they can't bust open the South Africans either here as they hang in and now turn over possession. Good contact. Carol Dupria knows one way, but Fiji are up to the threat.
Semi Kunatani with the threat, and now Katam Yumbiao with a lovely offload.
Connie Bow. We're just going to let you listen to the roar here as Tuai goes in.
Jerry Tuai, 5th try here in Sydney. His 32nd in his career. And it all came from the breakdown. The wonderful work from Semi Kunatani to give them the penalty. And then Koto Niembiao, there he is there, straight in on the ball, all rights to it. Koto Niembiao tapped it, and he gave it to one of the smaller players in the Fijian team and said, "Run, Jerry, run."
And run he did, Jerry Tuai, the omnipresent threat for Fiji. And it will be Tuai with the first try, and the conversion's good, and it is 7-0. Fiji are up over South Africa.
The big question here too, Sean, is that you've lost the semi-final. You're not in the final of the game that you'd like to play and what you came to win. And so it's a matter of which coach has got the right into the top 2 inches of the players about getting back out there and showing the pride and representing your country. As I see it, that's Jerry Tuai actually makes his way to the sideline.
Not moving as freely as we've seen him do over the first 3 legs of the HSBC World Rugby 7 Series. And soaring, there's Kunatani, but Hugard's up to the task, and he brings it in, and now just making slow, steady steps up the park is Dupria. Speckman, oh, fell into that tackle. That's all good. And Hugard with a starter step. He's just monstered up top by Pio Tuai. Speckman again. Steering straight, Dupria. He has a real directness around the Blitzbokkers game. Penalised there was Kunatani. And they get back their 10 to Fiji. And now counter-ruck beautifully. Oh, the power there from Rawatha. And they want to just get this moving. Quick sticks, the Fijians. Oh, Semi Kunatani finds a little bit of support on the outside.
Sage going straight to the ground. You can't do that. You've got to support your body weight. Pio Tuai wants to get on with it.
Kunatani again. Tackled well by Speckman. Double tap on the whistle. What does that mean, Willie Lossay?
Well, it's a yellow card, and there's more whistle than a netball game at the moment. Here from Mike Adamson.
Well, no cash for guessing who the crowd's behind here in Sydney. Dinking him behind is Revolvo, and there is a flying Fijian out wide. Kalini Sao. The vision was exceptional. Oscar, the big O goes in.
Well, what about that? The crossfield kick to your captain. And I'll tell you what, he had the biggest smile in the stadium as soon as he knew that there was no one within Kui. 5 away from a century. Here's the reason why they're down to 6 players, because he had never got back the required 5 metres, 10 metres. Speckman, the early tackle on Kunatani, and have a look at this for pinpoint accuracy from Rauvovo. He says, "Captain, help yourself to number 95, and have a look at that. Beautiful visions."
They just seem to have the magic touch. The ball just hops and bounces this way and that at the perfect moment for Fiji. Time and time again. Rauvovo whips through the extra 2, and it's all Fiji in the first half of the 3rd-4th playoff. Hugard back. He's steady as under the restart, but he's monstered in the turf by Kunatani. Still 7 on 6. Oh, losing a handle there was Dupria, and they'll look to twist the knife here before halftime. Rauvovo. Silky little offload there to Vera Malua. These guys offload in their sleep. He's off again. Kalini Sao. Yes. They'll be cheering from Nandi across to Suva. Fiji are scorching.
5th try here in Sydney. And 7 against 6. You make a mistake at your own peril. Have a look at this masterful display there from Verumalua. It didn't go to hand, but he picked it up. He looked at the sideline. He looked at the scoreline, the try line, and started smiling again. He knew he had too much pace for Dupree that was coming around. And 19 could become 21 shortly.
The smile on Oscar Kalini Sau's face is as wide as the Sydney heads, and you can tag on the Harbour Bridge on the side of that width too. The pearly whites on full display. Hey, when you're running hot, baby, you are running hot. And Fiji have run 3 straight converted tries past South Africa at halftime.
Made a fucking decision. We're not going to let each other down. Let's look at each other in the eyes. Because that's a commitment we made. No matter what the result, no matter what the score, we're going to work. We're going to get back into this game. We're going to start again. Okay? We're going to start to make first step. We're going to work for each other. Never mind the result. For each other. Okay?
Boys. Okay, on his feet, short steps, brother I say, and smashing straight through. Yes? 21-0 is nowhere near enough, particularly what happened last weekend. You understand
Well, Willie Lawson, not often you see the normally calm figure of Ben Ryan that animated.
Well, they got beaten up last week in Wellington, hence the reason he said that is not enough, we want more.
You got 7 minutes to put your ball to the table.
The Blitzbokker getting their last instructions from the coach, the captain's in the mix as well.
Yeah, Philip's naming the injured player there. He's got plenty to say because he's so experienced and a wonderful player in his 28 years, having made his debut back in 08. But this crowd certainly behind Fiji. Don't ever write off a South African side. You never, ever write off South Africa in any sport.
Hello to you if you are watching on in the Republic as well, from Bloemfontein to Durban, back up to the Highveld. Good morning to you. Your men have done supremely well here in Sydney. They were down by the hosts in the Cup semi, and now they are up against it. Fiji are riding the support of the crowd here very well.
Also wanting revenge after being humiliated in Wellington 7 days ago.
Ravovo looking for and finding Kuntonibau. It was just a little too easy for Kuntonibau. And sharpening and charging at the line again is Ravovo. Hugard gets jarred initially by Verumalua, but he's a strong runner. Francois Hugard. Speckman. Sharp feet from Speckman. He's in and around the white jerseys. He's getting a little bit of assistance here from a green one, and getting there and doing a great job at the breakdown was De Jong. Hugard again.
Advantage, late tackle.
Late tackle, the call there. Dry. Yep. Off it goes there to Agaba. Fending Duprea. Agaba, Hugard. And this is going to be the Blitzbokker's first try, and it'll go to their workhorse, Dylan Sage.
Yeah, gets a second here in Sydney for the weekend. Beautiful patient build-up from the Blitzbokker. They got the ball, they moved it from side to side, they made good sevens decisions, and I just love the running here. The dummy through the gap, they couldn't catch him, and Sage brings South Africa back with their first try.
Getting a feel as to why Fijian coach Ben Ryan was so animated. He knows all too well the threat that this Blitzbokker team possesses. You don't find yourself top of the pops after 3 legs of the HSBC World Series.
And they've got more problems because Siabello Sinatla has just come off the bench, and so won't be long before the Blitzbokker try and get the ball into his hands. 7 tries this weekend.
Speckman gets us back underway and knocking on, and this should be a try for the Blitzbokker. How about this? The Blitzbokker have made this a whole lot more interesting in the blink of an eye. Nkobo on the spot.
Now, Ngobu, he got it beautifully, but it was all about the kickoff again. They couldn't control it here. Knocked back from Nasila Sela, and great work there from Sage, the try scorer, to the provider. And Ngobu didn't need a second invitation to the dinner table. Look at that determination. His second try. And talk about making an impact from the bench.
He dined out big time, didn't he, really, Losso? The conversion attempt, oh, it's away. That's a rare miss. So, just like that, the men from the Republic of South Africa have made this one a thriller. 21-12, they still trail. But oodles of time. 3 minutes and 45 seconds on the clock. This time, Fiji get it right. Nasila Sela was the one who brought the restart. Tonibao. Now they put themselves under some pressure, and Sinatla, he's just a flash. He's on you in a second. Enormous form of Tonibao. Oh, tapping it on our Fiji. Dry. Recognised the threat, rushed up and forced the initial error, and the footwork here is so pretty to watch. Fiji are on the charge. Nasila Sela goes to Rawatha. Rawatha in and away, and going all the way. Samanatha Rawatha, superstar in Sydney.
One of the tries of the tournament, without a doubt. And from some of the smaller men on the field as well, making it entertaining here. Now, Sela picked up the ball, showed a little bit of footwork, and then he goose-stepped Sage, and then he looked out to his left and said, where is the scoring machine? And Nasila, Rotha, went in, went out, and Speckman couldn't stop him. He scores try number 7 for the weekend, and the Flying Fijians continue.
Conversion attempt from the bit of Ravova is away to the right. A crucial try, though, for Fiji to stem the run of points against them. And what a way to do it. 26-12, Fiji extend against South Africa that lead.
They were just starting to get some momentum, weren't they? South Africa, 2 quick tries. But on that occasion, Fiji won the kickoff, controlled the tempo, and then showed their class.
Two converted tries, the difference for the Blitzbokker. These men have run themselves into the ground, going up and looking to chop it back for Fiji.
Knock on.
Veramalua caused that mistake.
He thought it went backwards from
Oh,
the
they've got 3 players out there that look like skyscrapers in the Dubai sky. More than anything else.
The Sydney sky.
The Sydney skyline then. They are big men. Veramalua, P.O.2Y, and also Domalala Kunatani you can chuck into. So they're big men. They get up, they challenge well. They do their core jobs brilliantly.
And now with that lead, can afford themselves a chance to dazzle for those here at the SFS and those watching on around the world. Although we'll just wait a little longer to see if that can become a reality.
Well, can the Blitzbokker score another try? They won't win the match, so they will finish in 4th place. But Sinatla hasn't touched the ball. And let's hope that the South Africans can get a happy ending in Sydney.
Yep. That might just be the case here for the Blitzbokker. going short side is Speckman. They would love to put one past the Fijians. It's 1v2 here in terms of the seedings in the Sevens World Series. Australia and New Zealand are up next. That long rivalry, it doesn't matter what format of the game, it doesn't matter what sport you're playing. Australia v New Zealand, it's the business. Here goes Sinatla. Wonderful pressure there from Fiji. We card here for the 2-try hero. Calling miss out. Speckman across the park, Dry, who's been in and amongst everything this weekend, has been terrific for the Blitzbocker. That's going to go back, and the Priya will take play just inside the 22. Colby floats it across to, and then on the outside, he can't get a handle on it though, and the crowd tell the story. You hear them rocking, you hear them rolling here in Sydney because Fiji have downed South Africa. Fiji finished third. Winners here, 26 points, 12. So now they get a chance. Rawatha, who sealed it with a sensational try, put it beyond the reach of the South Africans. As we get a quick look at some of the match stats. Silla Kunatani in there as tacklers. Saki Katoni busy with ball in hand. Let's get some reaction now. Rod Kafer is with one of the best in the business.
Indeed, with us, Kalini Sao. Not the result Fiji wanted, but a great win for third spot.
We wanted the points in the series because there's a bit few more tournaments left to go. So we told ourselves we needed to get back against the #1 team in the series, and especially they defeated us last week in the semi-final. So we told the boys that we needed to work hard. Although the loss to New Zealand was a bit painful, but this is a Rugby 7 series and the points are up for grabs.
It was an epic game against New Zealand earlier on. Who do you think's going to win the final, New Zealand or Australia?
Hopefully Australia, because of the points in the series, but they are both good teams, which shows why they are in the final. And I guess the team that wins the breakdown is going to come up on top.
Well, congratulations for third place. Safe travels.
Thank you very much.
Always very popular wherever they go around the world, the Fijians. So third place in Sydney in 2016. South Africa will have to settle for fourth.